Wow. All right, well, that was a great night. I finished up. Yeah, I don't know where he is. I love him so much. This is one of my favorite bands of all time, Catatonia. This album particularly, City Burials. Fantastic. Sky Void of Stars is phenomenal too, but not the point. It occurred to me last night as some stupid rodent tried to cuddle with me. I should probably get a tent. And someone around here has one that they're not using, and it would be very, very appreciated if lent while you're not, for the foreseeable or whatever. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go to Ace and see what I can do, see what I can get. Some kind of protection from little bud. That's what I call mice, even in the house, because I don't like trapping them. I like to release them. Be friends and then, release them into the wild so they get a chance, I am compassion. Or I am love, I give compassion, right? Coffee is compassion. But no, it was a great night because I finished up the idea for the album. Eternal Mind, Perfect Love. I had a 2-song set that has gone through, I don't know how many titles. Invocation and Lightheart were what they used to be called. I know I changed Invocation at least once. Lightheart kind of stayed the same, but I never liked that title. But it now lives up to the name. That's going to be they're a 2-song set anyway. I always flow one into the other. Always. It's wrong to not. And I hate being interrupted and stopped. But, yeah. Part 1, the quiet one, is Eternal Mind. And then the more, get up and go, the rock one, yeah. Slap at the bass one, yeah. That's Perfect Love. The idea being, what we're cultivating is surrender to the source and goal of life and love. And that's what that ought to feel like when we melt back into homeostasis, which is love and belonging, which is love and healing. And you're just part of, oh cool, I found a smiley face, check it out. Find them everywhere. Yeah, dude, what's up, Pandoko? He's the Mojo, he's the active one. He's the first one to greet me, always. Always. Sees me coming up that street and he's like, yeah, dude, what's up, Atlas? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. It's little old me, just doing my thing. But then, yeah, that's what it should feel like, when you go to the best meditation you'll ever need or whatever I called it. Do that until perfect. Do it every day. Do it several times a day. I don't care. It's like nobody knows what's going on inside your head. You might as well fill it with light and beauty. Meditation does not have to be sitting down and stop falling for the relics. That's pretty much my message here. I'm meditating all the time. I'm just not doing the outwardly expression shit. Neither should you. It's your brain. We have the same 24 hours. You use it wisely. So there's that. And then Perfect Love is about cherishing. I have a gift and I want to share it. Let's create memories that are worth sharing. That's what that's really about. And that's what it should feel like. It should be exciting to be around people. It should be exciting to have conversation. It should be uplifting. It needs to be. Stop talking about tragedy and pain and all this stupid shit that nobody cares about. Stop talking about concern and start talking about actual care. It's when I say, give me a reason to care. I never do, but if I say, give me a reason to care, that's what I mean. It's what are you actually doing with your gift? Because I'm in a haiku right now. You know what I mean? I have not been inside a house since May 28th. It's now June 11th. It's wild, huh? But look at me. Do I seem like I'm distraught or woe is me and stuff like that? No. There's tons of gift. And now I'm developing an absolutely gorgeous one in this album. Eternal Mind, Perfect Love. And that's how it's going to start out, with those two things. And then, thanks to Natty Light McTool, who decided that the night before was going to be Swamp Song. This bog is thick and easy to get lost in because you're a dumbass belligerent fucker. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's you. Or was you. I hope you're doing well. I really am. I am your brother. Stop being a bro. Okay? Stop falling for the relics. Your emotions are fine. You don't have to control them. It's not about numbing and running. It's not about controlling. It's about surrender and being what you actually are meant to be. I bet that guy is really, really cool when he's healthy. I bet he's one of the best. Seriously. So I really hope he's doing well. Give that guy a hug. You know, encourage him to be soft. Encourage him to be what he is really meant to be. Which is not just a derivative of stuff that sucks anyway. Like, none of us are supposed to do that. So that song is Inner War. Because the first step of anything is like, okay, yeah, I need to not control everything. I have to admit that there is an inner war and I need to surrender. That was Atlas, or pre-Atlas, back in December. That's the Two-Face to Sirius story over on Atlas Music and Example. That is my story. That is real life. I am Two-Face in there. That is literally my story in December and my conversion. So, except I go for Arcturus, not Sirius. So, more on that later. But, dancing a little bit. I can't really feel my body. I'm very imbalanced, if you can notice, if you see me move. No, that's okay. I'm going to get to the point where I can afford medicine, and I'm very excited about that, so I can integrate more fully. After Inner War, then we have a nod to Native American. So the Shoshone spirit here. Thinking of, and this is not where the lyrics came from, by the way, but I've always been like Native American and indigenous stuff in general, like no matter where, no matter what continent. It could be the Suomi and you know, the Northlands. You know, it could be anything. Indigenous people are my favorite because they know the land best and they learn to like love and survive on it. That one's called Thunder, and it's gonna overshadow AC/DC and everything they've ever done. False thunder moves no air. That's one part. But then what about true thunder? It excites all air. Tell the truth. Be honest. Be honorable. Earn it. So that's kind of what that's about. It's, you know, here we had the Bear River Massacre. You know, but I want to revive the indigenous spirit here, the Shoshone specifically, since they were the ones. So, still have not gotten a name, but I do have a couple of books waiting for me at the library, which is amazing. I did see that email, I just haven't gotten to the counter yet. Other stuff to do, better stuff, but I need to poke through those books. Next, we get into, actually, what does come after Thunder? There's only 9 songs, and all but 5 are written. Inner War and Thunder have lyrics, but they don't have music. And then there are 3 brand new ones to write. So let me just take a look. Yeah, so we got, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so then we become cats. Yeah, dude. So I already wrote this song. This was actually the first one I played when the guitar got dropped off to me. The Candle. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's what it's about. Soften your eyes, reshape your life. We become that transformative light and warmth in that song. It's brilliant. Next, we have Ashigaru, which will be dedicated to Mayor Brent Taylor. Because as I understand, he was an outstanding man. I never got to meet him, unfortunately, because war and everything about it is completely senseless, and every death associated with it and its causes are senseless. I wish he could have been the peacemaker we all know he was. I got you, Brent. So, there's that. And then the Tide. It's where we're going to learn how to trust our light and each other's light, trust our intuitive pull, and then share the water cycle and trust the water cycle. Now, what does that mean? Well, water, emotions, right? It's where we create memories worth sharing. Okay? No, in memory of. No, we create memories together. Okay, that's what tide really is about. This person has light, I have light, we share it. It's not our own anyway, right? Reflection, 1,000,000 light reflections pass over me. Yeah, we're all moons. That's where tide comes from. We're all moons. And then the pole, obviously pulling on the ocean for the waves and the actual tide. Also leaning into the water cycle, but it's not necessarily. Or maybe, I don't know what effect the moon has on the water cycle, let's be honest. I've never looked into it. But, the point is, trusting your intuition. You know the people you want to talk to. You know the direction you want to go that's best for you in life, for your own fruit to develop and, the flavor to be what it needs to be. So trust that and trust each other. So we trust ourselves, our own light and each other's light. We trust our intuitive pull, and we trust that, no pairing is necessarily coincidental. It doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, but it's fine. It's not what I'll leave symbols to the symbol-minded, right? But then the water cycle, we create memories worth sharing together, no matter what. That's the goal. And then, so that's what, 5, 6, and 7, and then Brenda's song. So Brenda's page, obviously dedicated to her, and that has to be track 8. It was the first song that I wrote on this journey on that guitar. Happened yesterday, of course. She wore number 18, so it has to be track 8. She was born in 81. 81. It's perfect. And again, that was purely intuitive. I did not have to do that. I just did. It was not planned. The 8 was. Actually, I was going to, truth be told, pull the Disgustipated if you're a Tool fan for Undertow, where they just had the 10 songs they did, and then it was just blank 1-second tracks up until track 69, and then there's another. I was going to do that to 18, but no. 8 is plenty. 8 is enough. 8's good. Perfect. And then finally, we end with the whole point. The whole point of any spiritual practice. The whole point of any religion at all. And if you're not doing it this way, you are doing it wrong, and you need to change. That's what this album is about, really. Like, become the candle, become the Ashigaru, become the tide. So we can, together, become the most open and vibrant colors that we actually are in the human light spectrum. So that is the climax song, and it's gonna be good. So I talk about the light spectrum all the time. I talk about colors that are seen and unseen all the time. So that one's gonna be amazing. So there you go. It's 9 tracks. Most of them are already like somewhat written. 3 have to be brand new. That's gonna be Ashigaru, the tide, or the Ashigaru, the tide, and Human Light Spectrum. Those are the only ones that are absolutely brand new. Inner War and Thunder have lyrics but no music, but I have ideas for each. Yeah, they're gonna be great. Inner War is not gonna be your I am not your daddy's singer-songwriter. No, I come, like, where did the 8-string guitar come from? From a Swedish death metal band called Meshuggah, and they're gonna be in there. So, yeah, dude. I might even scream. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it's gonna be great. So just wanted to get that out there and share it, because this is life-changing stuff. It's meant to be. I told a new friend yesterday that I'm in the middle of writing an album that's going to cause world peace, and this is it. You follow this, we have world peace from the inside out. I also have top down, obviously. I have a lot of ideas. All of them work. So if you see me at the park, come say hi. Ask for a song, ask for some wisdom, ask for whatever. Have a conversation worth having. I don't do tragedy, I don't do concern. I do actual care, I do stuff that's worth sharing. Okay, that's my expectation. And also, Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of the rules here, and we're gonna go over them. I'm not picking up your damn trash anymore. You need to grow up. You need to be a human being. You need to prove that you have a brain, you have a heart, and you are human at all. Okay? One set of rules for everybody to follow. If you're not willing to follow the rules, you don't get to be here. Okay? Okay. Kind of the point too. World peace, one set of rules, one simple, unconvoluted U.S. legal system, one simple, unconvoluted set of rules for everybody to follow and be accountable for. That's it. World peace. Just mandate maturity. Said that back in like what, January, March? Somewhere in there. I was writing the book on it in March, I know that. So, you know, have the peace treaty ready as well. So, I mean, like it's an actual thing. Like, the thing is, just say, okay, I'll try. That's really it. More on that later, but just wanted to share this little portion. I will end with this though, with this thought. This is a very Christian dense, and I put it in bunny ears because I don't see very many actual Christians. When Christ said, "Feed the hungry," are we doing enough? Probably not, because people do go hungry, even in your own hometown sometimes. Make sure that they don't. And then when he said, "Clothe the naked," that one is obviously a little, it needs to have better practical application. So, who is actually naked? What does that actually mean? Because naked doesn't mean without clothing. Naked means vulnerable. So clothe means protect them. Make sure that their needs are covered. And everybody can do a better job there. And everybody can do something. Look at me. This is my possessions right now. I have a garbage bag full of clothing and stuff that I don't carry with me. But that it. I still make things beautiful around me, picking up trash and doing what I can. I still smile. I still give compliments. I still give gratitude. Everybody is capable of something. I'm still producing life-changing work and posting it. I'm still creating music and sharing my gifts. Everybody can do something. Everybody's capable of a compliment, a piece of gratitude, something in your pocket, something in your heart. This is 2025. I have a Venmo. You don't have to throw stuff in my guitar case. Right? Like, there are so many solutions, and to not try any of them is completely unacceptable at this point. And it's not just me. Like, I rely on Goddess, but y'all need to be reliable too. So when somebody comes to you and just wants a conversation or something, don't say, "Oh, well, I don't have a license." Okay, well, I don't need you to have one. I'm a human being, and so are you. That's enough. Like, yeah, you can't just listen for 5 minutes to make sure you understand what the ask even is. Wouldn't even take that long, because I'm that clear and concise. Like, to misunderstand Atlas is really, you have to try to not. You have to have so many excuses to not. So, there's that. But yeah, the solution there is, you see somebody, you say, "Okay, I'll try. I can do something. I have something I can do. So what is it?" Do something. That's it. That's how I got here in the first place. That's how I know I can marry Lindsay Sterling, is because I heard an interview back in 2019 of her saying, "I want a husband and I want that life." Essentially, paraphrasing, right? And I knew at the time, like, okay, well, no. But, okay, I'll try, and we'll see what happens. Look at me now. Listen to me now. Not the same person. Not even close. Of course, I had help, but I surrendered. And it was the scariest thing I ever did, but it was the biggest payoff. You commit to the role. You commit to the blessings. So that's how I know I solved world peace. I made a outlandish promise to my grandma. Said, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." Okay, I'll try. What resources do I actually have at my disposal, and what can I actually do? What can I develop mentally? What can I notice emotionally and intuitively to put the dots together so I can get rid of this convolution, so we can return to a simple life of just life and love, of just truth and love? Okay, I'll try. Look what happened. So that's it. That is the cure. Just the attitude of, okay, I'll try. I have something I can do. I have something I can give. Okay, I'll try. This album is going to be legendary. So, there's a concert coming up at Barker Park, and who really belongs there? I need a turn. The world needs me to need my turn. Small ask. It's right down the road, right? It's not going to be longer than like 40, 45 minutes, Who's given a chance that is not leading to world peace? It's worth the effort, and the effort is worth it. Okay, I'll try. Let's see what happens. Thanks for being here, cats. See you around.